Good morning, everyone. Ethan Stieber here with Stieber Weather Forecasting. We've got a forecast update for you. We do see a little bit of severe weather chances today, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. Pretty low end, nothing I'm too concerned about, but we're still going to cover it. And we're also going to talk about this heat that is going to build in for today. So dive right in. First up on your screen, what you see is everyone in this kind of orange shaded area, basically along and south of I-70, is in this heat advisory, which will go into effect at noon today and last through about 8 p.m. We could see highs today pushing 100 degrees, air temperatures pushing 100 degrees, with heat index values well above that. And I can show you that real quick on future forecast temperatures. This is for 4 p.m. this afternoon. And notice air temperatures in the Olney area look to be about 97 degrees this afternoon. Further north, same picture. Effingham about 99 degrees. Vincennes about 98. Notice this little bit of a cooler spot. We'll talk about that here in a second. But generally speaking, air temperatures are going to be pushing 100 degrees today, with heat index values at the same time pushing upwards of 110. You see 108 in the Olney area for around 9 p.m. Flora, you're looking at about 108 as well. 107 over in the Vincennes area. So it is going to be really hot today, so stay indoors if at all possible. If you have to be outside, drink plenty of water and layer up on that sunscreen and stay in the shade as much as you can. Main thing we're talking about today is the severe weather threat. We do have a slight risk for the entire area for severe weather this afternoon into this evening. Breaking it down into the hazards, basically we're looking at a severe wind risk as the primary driver of this slight risk. We do have a 5% severe hail risk, although I think that'll be very minimal at best, and the tornado threat is non-existent. We are under 2% on that. So tornadoes don't look to be a big factor today, mainly a damaging wind event. The Colorado State University machine learning probabilities, you've seen me use this in the past, again paints pretty well the same picture. It keeps the threat just a little bit further north. Notice down here on the bottom left of your screen is that severe wind risk, and it keeps a little bit stronger area up to our north, but some of our northern counties, but mainly along and north of I-70, are included in that slight risk. So let's time it out for you on future radar. We're going to pick this up at 10 a.m. this morning. First off, before we do that though, take a look at current radar. It's about just after 9 o'clock as I am recording this, and notice here's our kind of dying line of showers and thunderstorms that has persisted through the morning hours. These will continue to advance off to the south, and they'll keep sinking south, but they're going to kind of disintegrate as they move further south. So let's time that out and show you what that looks like on future radar. Pick this up at 10 a.m. Notice here's your line of dying showers and thunderstorms. They're already starting to weaken. As we go into the noon hour, notice that line's pretty well disintegrated at this point. Not a whole lot left to it. As we go into the afternoon and evening hours, though, we'll stop this. Here's 4 p.m. Notice, remember that darker shading colors in the temperature graph. We could see some showers and thunderstorms bubble up in the afternoon hours. This is kind of the first wave of what's driving that severe weather risk. So again, this is for 4 p.m. If we go hour by hour into the future, here's 5, 6, 7 o'clock. Notice more showers and thunderstorms look to be filling into the area, and as we go into the overnight hours, those are going to also continue to fill in. If we keep going forward, here is now midnight. Notice we've got a pretty good band of showers and thunderstorms along and north of I-70. That is going to move in through the overnight hours, there as you can see there. Stop this at 7 a.m. That first wave is kind of pushed off to our south and to our east, but we do see another wave starting to build in for the day on Wednesday. Keep going forward. Here's now noon on Wednesday. That second wave is moving in. Maybe not quite as good of a chance for widespread showers and thunderstorms in our neck of the woods, but still the chances there. As we go into the afternoon hours on Wednesday, notice here's 4 p.m. on Wednesday, still some showers and thunderstorms hanging around in this particular model, and it pushes out of here by about 8 to 9 o'clock. This is 8 p.m. on Thursday, or this is 8 p.m. Wednesday evening,
And those showers and thunderstorms have pretty well pushed through the area, leaving us hot and dry for the weekend. Primary thing that's driving this severe weather threat, notice anytime we have severe thunderstorms, you need instability, you need some sort of trigger mechanism, and you need a conducive atmosphere for these storms to develop in. Let's look and see what we got. Convective available potential energy. This is basically that storm juice or that storm energy that the storms have to build off of. Anything above 2,000 to 3,000 is usually pretty good for thunderstorm development. Our neck of the woods, we're going to be cranking, it suggests maybe even close to 4,000 joules. So we're going to have enough instability in the atmosphere, especially because of that heating. The lifted index, you've heard me talk about this. Basically, the lower the number, the more buoyant the atmosphere is, and the more it allows those thunderstorms to continue to rise rapidly and develop those big towering cumulonimbus clouds and create the storms. We're looking pretty good right now in terms of the lifted index, -9, 10, 11. Those are some pretty low numbers on the lifted index scale. But let me show you this. This is why we really don't see a tornado threat out of this. This is the bulk wind shear forecast for, again, the same time, about 4 p.m. Not a lot of wind shear is evident in these storms at both the different heights. So I don't think it's going to be a severe weather, or I don't think it's going to be a tornado threat, rather, but we could see some damaging winds, certainly out of these storms, especially if they develop later this afternoon when there's still some heating and instability to work with. One thing I did not mention yet is precipitation out of this. Precip looks to be fairly decent out of this storm. If we go to the end of the storms, there could be some spots that get pushing an inch, maybe 1.5 inches. This suggests 2 inches. We'll see. If you get a thunderstorm camped out over you, that's certainly possible. But I think everyone is pretty well in for at least 0.5 inch, maybe pushing 1 inch of rain. More if you get some thunderstorms camped out over you. So some good rain looks to come out of this. We'll just have to watch for some severe weather this afternoon and into this evening. I think best timing is about after 3 p.m. until, say, around that midnight hour. I think that's when the bulk of the severe weather will start to die down a little bit. So if anything is issued, stay tuned to this Facebook page, and I will keep you updated there. Again, mainly a severe wind threat for this afternoon, best timing between about 3 p.m. and about midnight.